houses that we build. He would be what we'll call the top 10 contractors. Dedication, consistency. But the most critical thing about these contractors is that they went a little extra mile, because we had initially approved $50,000 grant to build these homes. Then, through the intervention of the Honorable Prime Minister, we moved to $125,000. And then COVID hit. And then the escalation of building construction prices, material prices, and they stuck their gun. They never stopped building, despite the fact that what they were building was actually coming from their pocket. So as a means of appreciating the sacrifice that they have made towards ensuring that we continued the project during that very critical period, but also because of the need that was coming from these individuals who had lost their homes, would like to recognize Ronan David, Yankee Oliver, and Shannon Boston for their work. Thank you very much. Yannick Building Construction Firm built 23 of the 382 houses. And the very top number one builder in the entire island was actually Sherman Boston. He constructed 34 of the homes. I'd like to ask him to come to the podium and just share a few words with us.
Yes, good afternoon, everybody. Well, it's a spontaneous word. I would like to just say protocol have been established and take this time to congratulate our very first lady and Kalinago president, Mrs. Burton, and her husband, Mr. Burton. I say welcome to everybody as protocol, Mr. McIntyre, and all the other PAL reps, Mrs. Lockett, and Mr. Grant, and the rest of them. The beneficiaries and extinguished guests. If I miss anybody, I apologize. But I have nothing written, so I just come from the heart. It was a tedious journey, because actually I was there from, I was like I said, inception, but from May 2021, when I got my first contract. And at that point it was 125, and I don't know, something a little sketchy with the stats. I mean, the stats saying that the height of the inflation came in a little later, but in actuality on the ground in Dominica, we saw it during 2021 when prices really skyrocketed. We had plywood, you would buy a plywood for $70, just give a little example, and at that point it was $240. You get a foam ply. The price of the steel increased because of the transit, the shortage of the boats to bring it, the gas, everything. And that was the time it was the highest, and actually that was the time the price of the project was at the lowest. So I accepted from Mr. Sevre, because that was the time we had really need the extra strength. Because trust me, at that point the money was really not making sense. But to all the contractors that got it done, we got it done. I might say by the 12 houses under the 125 spectrum, and I can guarantee you it just wasn't an easy road. But we're here today, and I'm happy to be here to celebrate with these beneficiaries and the rest that got in the houses before, to celebrate with them, because we are the contractors. We work hard for you. We work hard to get you to a place where you are today there, because, you know, I'm proud of all the houses I build, and, you know, the houses the other contractors have built. I'm very proud of it, despite the circumstances, but we went out as patriotic Dominicans, and we got it done, even if there wasn't really a big turnover for us financially, but we stayed there with it to the end. And I'm happy to be there for us to say today that us Dominicans as a people, we can come together and get it done. Because if it wasn't for the staff at J. Stephenson Company, at Judge Strockin, the NCCU staff, especially the last added branch, the staff at the Housing Recovery Project, it's young people, we come together, and it had a lot of trials. We put our differences aside. I don't want to single anybody but leave on nobody in there, because I started together with Mr. Eddie Bruno, as the manager then. He had to take some bold steps, to get the project going, together with Mr. Simon, R.G. Simon, and Mr. Fortune in the engineering. They steadfast with the project to help us with the contractors to get everything going, because the finances was a kind of a sketchy. You're paying by stage. It's a lovely way of paying because you get the work done, but then you have to come with a backup financing to be able to finance to get to the stage. And that was with a lot of the contractors, because I even want to take a little strain for some of them not there, because we had 56, then we ended up with a top 20, a top 10, top number 1, but all the contractors was exceptional, despite the fact that not all could bear the financial burden. But they were all exceptional. We hear the price of the project, but if they just paid more for the project, maybe not us that get to build them, because they're bigger contractors. So, after every disappointment is a blessing. Because if it's just paying better, all them, you have some big tighter contractors than us, and they feel a step back because the money doesn't make sense to them. But I want to comment all this that step up for us to, as a country and as a people, for us to stay and see the completion of that project. Because at the end of the day, we should be proud. Happy for the beneficiaries, but remember, it's us that get these buildings done. And even in parts of Dominica, we are to say, like, if you see the vehicle access was right here, and the house was, the land was fire, we had to carry. We be a lot of burden, for, our beneficiaries. And, I'm telling you, it's serious, because, up on mountain, down in valley, where vehicles can't go, and people have houses there today. So I just stand up there proud with all the contractors who there and who not there, and just want to say, boy, big up to all you, big up all yourself. We did a tremendous job, and we should be appreciation. I will still want to just express my one little disappointment, and don't take it as nothing, but I will say it, because a lot of our contractors take blast because they couldn't handle the financial burden, and some of them get little problem with their beneficiary, even sometimes maybe in the future for a job. People might look down on them, and it wasn't like they couldn't do the job, but just the financial sustenance was difficult. And for that, I want to say, don't look down on them. They can do the work, but at that point in the time there, you have to have a financial backer, you have to have a financial strength. I mean, if I still have loans paid in the credit union, it's not a problem. I do work out to do for myself. You check. But my only disappointment is when the increases came, it should have been retroactive. Because at the time when you have been paid 125, that was the most difficult time. And when the prices increased to 140, contractors drop out because they couldn't handle it. It should have been retroactive. At least they would have gotten something back for their hard work and their effort. Because, we have great builders here, but at the end of the day, they no building, they back down, and these are the ones that step up, for the beneficiaries, for the government, to work with the government, work with World Bank, work with everybody, for us to be there today. We had what number now? 380? No, the completion. Remember, all of this finished bill. With the 20 now, it's 313. But the entire project, because we closed since June, is about 382. So we have built 382 out of the projected 440 houses. And that is a tremendous milestone for young local contractors, and you all should be commended. I want to highlight the staff of the HRP, Kimberly Arlene, Julian, Ozzy, Charlene Samuel. She's singing today there, but she was in the finance there. You know, I only know that problem with me because I have to be steady of all before to get the payment, get fellas go in. So it's not a problem, but we do it. You know, if I miss out nobody's name, I apologize. But, you know, congratulations to the beneficiaries. And, you know, I don't know if it's a matter of providence, but the two people that spoke, maybe the young lady from Bagatelle, she didn't really know me. But me, I shame on Boston. Me, I the contractor behind the seat because I was busy doing the beneficiary house. And we had a serious team by here. We put up blocks and we tie steel by in the night time, you know. Because when you do the last of the houses, Mrs. Reed House and Mrs. The lady from Bagatelle, Anselm Wright. It was crunch time. Even Mr. Reggie and Mr. Safety, but Mr. Reggie, the consultant for the World Bank, Epson, right, Pastor Epson. You know, because sometimes, you know, you're looking for, you say, no, Boston, we'll have enough time. And I had to tell them, no, don't worry. We're going to get it done. And everything was done for June. We did house in 2 months. We did Mrs. Reed house in 2 months because of the situation of the land and the topic of the land. It was like difficult. Myself and Mr. Baptist had to work rigorously up and down. We have to get a machine operator, Mr. Other Spectacular, and we just do a really good job there. So congratulations, Mrs. Reed, and for your patience. You know, after it is that it's in your house. And, you know, I want to highlight that Dominican, we have people here that can do the work, man. Let us get them working. I like the housing revolution. I like the housing vibe, but we have people here spectacular with their hands, they blessed, they can do work, block work, carpentry. Let's get these people there working. Let's get the people there so the housing revolution will go hand in hand with people, personal development. Okay? And once again, thank you and God bless.
Thank you, Mr. Boston. Of course, we appreciate that kind of insight because it gives us an idea of the level of commitment that went into the program from all involved. At this point, I invite the Honorable Dr. Irvin McIntyre to assist us with the handover to the beneficiaries. Also, a representative of the Ministry of Housing, in the person of the Permanent Secretary. Come. Handover, it says handover homes to Okay. We also invite Honorable Hippolyte to assist us with the handover to the beneficiaries. We begin with Marvelyn Saint-Hilaire from Bagatelle. Matthias Anselm from Bagatelle. Moven Anselm of Bagatelle. Rudolph Winston of Point Michel. John Mitchell of Point Michel. Nathaniel Luis of Girardel. Ivona Javier and her daughter Paula Charles of Bath Estate. Latoya Harry of Fonkole. Emmanuel Mitchison Edwards of Fonkole. Ali Farid of Fonkole. Moses John Baptist of Fonkole. Brendalyn Bernard of Yampis. Merlin Anna Atidor of Wharton Waven. And Akil Samuel George of Wharton Waven. Okay. You know, yeah, they may have shown up. Our other beneficiaries, Joseph Alexander Grandby, Richard Fulgence Soufriere, Danny Deschaussee of Roseau. Please. Danny Deschaussee of Roseau. Dylan Will, that's you, sir? Please. Dylan Williams, Bellevue Chopin. Roy Scotland Girardel. Egbert Alexander of Fonkole. Anne-Marie Xavier of Eggleston. And Della Michelle of Mount Prosper. Wonderful, thank you. Thank you, Honorable McIntyre and Lockhart Hippolyte. Please, yes, let's congratulate our beneficiaries and wish them the very best in their new resilient homes. Thank you. At this point, I'd like to invite Ms. Dosha Ryan. She's the Deputy Chairperson of the Bellevue Chopin Village Council, and she will deliver the vote of thanks.
Your Excellency, Mr. Sylvanie Burton, President of the Commonwealth of Dominica, and Mr. Burton, Honorable Dr. Irving McIntyre, Minister of Finance, Economic Development, Climate Resilience, and Social Security, representing the Prime Minister, Honorable Shakira Lockhart Hippolyte, Minister of State in the Ministry of Public Work, Public Utilities and Digital Economy, representing Honorable Melissa Poppins-Skerrit, Minister of Housing and Urban Development, Honorable Julian Defoe, Parliamentary Representative of the Pitt-Savant constituency, other honorable members of Cabinet, Mr. Reginald Savre, Permanent Secretaries, Ministry of Housing and Urban Development, other Permanent Secretaries, Pastor Boniface Lloyd, Ms. Shalina Samuel, beneficiaries, contractors, distinguished guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It is indeed an honor to stand before you to express sincere gratitude on behalf of the recipients of these houses. I would like to thank all those who made it possible, the government of the Commonwealth of Dominica through the Ministry of Housing and Urban Development, the World Bank, and the contractors who saw the project to fruition. Because of your unwavering commitment to enhancing the quality of life of Dominicans, 22 families can now boast of owning resilient homes. These families can be assured that their homes are safe and are able to withstand the impacts of adverse weather conditions. Your generosity and commitment to uplifting others have made an unforgettable impact on the life of these families. On behalf of the recipients, I assure you that these homes will be cherished, protected, and filled with love. They are truly humbled by this blessing. Once again, thank to all those who contributed one way or another in the constructions of this home. Good day.
And thank you, Ms. Ryan, for being here and for delivering the vote of thanks. Thank you to everyone for attending, Your Excellencies. Thank you so much for being with us. Ladies and gentlemen, we're happy that you could join us for this celebratory occasion. And once again, congratulations to all the beneficiaries. At this point, I invite you to stand for the departure of Her Excellency, the President, Sylvanie Burton, and Mr. Burton. Yes. We also invite you to share with us some refreshments. Thank you so much.